It's called By the Time You Get to Dallas, I'll Be Gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, wow. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. There won't be no calling back, there'll be no hanging on. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. Way down to the rubber payphone, and I knew just where you were. Somewhere down I still will for guitar playing girl. Told you lies and I just smiled. I said I missed you so, but I won't be waiting up when you get home. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. There won't be no crawling back, there'll be no hanging on. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be, come on, Dan, no! Give me one more! Yeah! But there's been too many nights of crying, waiting by the door. Seems like every time you know, there all the time before. Well, there's no need to make believe you never treat me right. So I pack it up, leave it here. All right, by the time you can get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. Hanging on. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be. All right, here we go, here we go.
But I don't know, but in the photos
once has passes. We could see a movie, and maybe we could go bowling here. Whatever you want is fine with me. Whatever you want, that's fine with me. Whatever you want, that's fine with me. Wanna know what's really on your mind? What's really on your mind? You know, I love all the little games that you play. You know, I wanna call you mine, 'cause I believe in love. Jersey, why go right back with me? 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 Woo! Remember when we were kids? Watched the serpent and the rainbow. Let you bury me alive in the grass behind the pool. And all the love that we lost, strewn here among the shadows, trying to make a pact with you, so we'll never be alone. Tonight ain't start. Blue moon silent by, and voices in my head light me a fire. And all the hate that we had, everything so blood simple. Driving aimless in a car, trying to smoke myself alive. And the night came dark with blue moon silent by, Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are we wearing the same clothes? Are we wearing the same skin? And I am uncertain about whose body we're in, 'cause he doesn't feel like mine, and he doesn't feel like yours. We are one thing, a flower in a storm. You said you were an artist, and your home is the open road. I said I'm a musician, and the road is all I know. Let's start a band and get on the radio. I'll break my hand in the music video. Oh, oh. Can you feel the sunshine while you're painting all that rain? Can you hear me singing? Do our voices sound the same? 'Cause the years have been unkind, the light hurts my tired eyes. Lay in the road with me, we'll see who's the first to die. You said you were an artist, but it all looks the same to you. I said I'm a musician, but my voice feels out of tune. Let's start a band and do what we said we'd do. I'll break my hand if it's all the same to you, to you, to you.
That's media source is muted. That should...
Oh, don't play our audio over that yet. So you can hear us now.
You should be able to hear us now.
Awesome. Levels are bouncing. And we're on the air. Sick. All right. Welcome to the recap episode of Season 1 of Live at Suede Studio. I'm Sam. Today we've got co-producers and some of our closest collaborators on this project with us. This is Mike, Billy. We got Alex is running the switcher today. He's getting that in the habit so he can be a director for Season 2. And our good friend and consultant lingering in the back, Charlie. What's up, Charlie? Nice to see you. All right. So, I don't know. We've got maybe an hour of chit-chatting ahead of us, just talking about how things went, what's going to happen next year. You know, really just a chance for me to be thankful to you guys. You have been the closest collaborators on this, and making a season of TV has been the most fun project I've ever taken on. And yeah, it's been a ton of time, and like, we obviously couldn't have done it without our guests, but like, it's really this core group that's been awesome. So I'm just really gracious to you guys, so thank you.
Of course.
So yeah, let's dive in. We'll just do some quick introductions. I'm Sam, and most of you probably are familiar with me as the one doing most of the social media stuff. My role in the studio space is as cam op, video director, and then I go do all the edits and communicating with most people. Mike, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, which one? I'm picking
That's
this.
your
This is
camera.
mine,
Yeah,
yep.
that's
I
you.
didn't identify it ahead of time. Amateur move. Mike Fetting, I do the audio stuff here, so all of the tracking and everything, I set that up, obviously in collaboration with the bands, because work with a lot of other, talented recording engineers who also play music, so it's been great collaborating with, bands who also bring that, and talking gear and talking recording techniques with them. So I do the most of the mixing and mastering on our stuff, and it's just been a fun year, and I try to pitch in other places where I can, but it's mostly the audio stuff. So hand it over to Billy. You got this one.
I'm Billy. I'm the fixer.
The fix.
I'm mostly a camera guy. I've been learning a lot from Sam and Mike as well, and I feel very gracious.
Man, dude, your growth this year, like, you hadn't done a lot of video stuff for us. You'd been working with, we have a couple of independent clients. We work with Choir on a regular basis, and Billy's been there for a lot of those projects. But the growth with, like, your instincts behind the camera and getting the close-ups has just been awesome this year, and you've really turned
Thanks,
into
man.
the Mr. Reliable. So we're happy to have you, and really thankful for all your hard work. Anything else you wanted to add?
Oh, no.
Then why don't we have Alex introduce himself?
All right. Hi, my name's Alex.
Are you
I'm
on
gonna
the
just
GoPro?
talk to Billy because I'm looking at the camera from this angle is a little tough. Pretty unspectacular South Minneapolis 30-something cat dad.
Welcome to
hanging
the
out,
club.
Doing cam
Oh,
out
yeah.
here at the Suede Studio. Most of my fun. It's been an honor to be a part of this. It's not, the first time doing live videography for music like this for me, but it's absolutely been the most spectacular and like involved, and I really can't express how cool it's been.
Yeah, that's kind of been our history getting into this. Is we were all really interested in music. Mike and Billy play together. Alex and I have collaborated on a lot of different videos, working with Zach Baltic back in college. We love you, Zach. All your shit's the best. We're gonna plug your Estuary release, Zach and crew. I mean, that one was a real team effort.
Collaborative, yep.
But yeah, so Alex and I have gone back and collaborating on video projects, and it's all kind of come together, and we've been really consistent, and it's definitely made me proud of this team. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're just gonna do a little bit of a quick year recap in the world of music. So, gentlemen, this is your chance to plug your favorite release. Tell me about a show you went to that you just absolutely loved, that stuck with you all year. Give a few of your friends some accolades, and just give me your highlights. as a music fan from the year, a couple highlights. Why don't we start with you, Billy?
Two of my highlights, obviously the Friends in Superheater,
Yeah,
way back. I believe was that our first one?
it was our
like
February show, second
or third one, yeah.
Yeah, that was sick.
But even outside of Suede, like what are other just musical highlights for
man.
you from the year? It can be Suede stuff, but I know I went to a couple good shows with you this year.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back.
We can always come back around if nothing's.
I guess
Come
my
on,
most man. Yeah, let's come back around.
All right.
I gotta
Got
look
too
through
many
my
shows.
access.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll go because I have a couple that really stuck out in my mind. I don't know. It was sometime in the summer. It was the final Susie show
Oh,
of the
hell
year,
yeah. That
and
was
I know you
awesome.
were at that one with me, and
was
that
fun.
was a very memorable one. All
Yeah.
of Mark's projects are. I'm just a fan of that fun energy they bring.
Yeah, we gotta get him in here.
And that Susie show was super fun, and that was they were kind of teasing special guest. It was the show that Hot Freaks played before
Yep.
releasing or heading out on their tour, and that was just a blast. Shout out Mortimer's, always a fun time. We love
Great
Mort's.
place.
And then the other couple that stand out for me were two shows at Cedar, another favorite venue. Seeing the Estuary show, Zach and company, Ritika Ganguly, and oh god, I can't remember that whole crew. Camp Facet, I believe, on strings, and Ilan Blahnik. I hope I'm saying your name right. But yeah, Zach's always got a cool crew, and that one was just goosebumps and sneak peek. We do have footage from that show. Zach and I are working on editing some stuff. And we have another show of his from earlier in January that was fun, so we'll be sharing some of those vids in the coming year. And then the Willow Waters show at Cedar, that was like a month later. And so much crossover in those crews.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Zach and Willow play together in different projects. And both of those were, goosebumpy kind of shows. And then the big touring act that I saw was the Silver Sun Pickups show.
Oh hell yeah!
And they just a long time favorite, and that was at First Ave. So yeah, those were some highlight shows for me, And then every single one of the Suede episodes has been my favorite act of the week. All our guests have been fantastic. So yeah, those are my highlights.
Those are like all of my top played songs are those. So shout out to my roommates for putting up with listening to the band's set like over and over again for a week or two straight. Definitely those ones. I don't know. I haven't.
You know, to a couple shows.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't do shit or go outside anymore. So.
Oh, I saw Blood Incantation. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, their album was really great. Chat Pile, I missed that one.
That was
a
good.
regret. Great new
I
album.
didn't see that shit.
Yeah,
but,
Cool
I heard
World,
it was
great
awesome.
new album. As far as we talked about local shows.
Yeah.
New albums. New Denzel Curry album, banger right
Hell
there.
yeah.
Yep. And I've been seeing a lot of the Dochi, Tiny
Oh my
Desk and
God.
videos,
Yeah, unreal.
just some next level stuff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
that's something to aspire to, is having that kind of performing ability and production value, and
Yeah.
just so well thought out and detailed.
Yeah, we definitely look at those high tier in studio programs for a lot of inspiration. We do it because it's fun, but we want to push that standard. And every time I watch something like that, I'm just like, God damn.
Yep. But I guess we also do it a little bit differently, right?
Yeah.
Tiny Desk, it's you don't get effects on your vocals ever. You bring different people in for different arrangements, so you get that, and that's not always something I mean, people, if you're listening, you'll hear you can put effects on your vocals and stuff. Our philosophy is a little bit different, but
Yeah, we
still
want it
cool
to be a unique. We want it to be more of a collaboration when we're working with musicians. Come to us with ideas. We kind of have a standard operating procedure, but we've got all kinds of different variations. We can,
Yep.
switch up things. All right. Well, then before we move on, we'll come back to you really briefly if you wanted to plug any other good ones. But Alex, did you see anything good this year?
Not really. It was a bad music year for me. I bought a house this year, so
No money to spend.
I saw Sheer Mag at I think the beginning of the year. That was
Okay.
great.
Coming
So
back
there
in
was
May.
Nice.
Yeah, sadly, Emil and the Sniffers.
Oh, yeah.
Cartoon Darkness is the album of the year for me so far.
Absolutely.
The tickets
And
are
I just
$100
found
right
out.
now.
Yeah.
I just found out I missed out on tickets because
Yeah.
paychecks didn't line up with tickets.
They probably sold out.
No, they are.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and I'm
yeah.
pretty disappointed in
Where
that.
are they playing?
That was
They're playing at Palace.
yeah,
Oh,
that
okay.
was supposed to be the show
I
of
love
the year.
Palace.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was
It wasn't
awesome.
this year,
Yeah.
but Modest Mouse and the Lonesome Crowded West
Oh,
were
sure.
2 years ago.
Yeah, if you're
That
gonna
was
see one of
awesome.
their albums.
That was
Still was.
Yeah.
so
anyway,
good.
Absolutely.
that was the music of the year for
And that
me.
was like 2 months or like a month after Pavement came.
Yeah. Anyway.
I don't know.
So you got any last plugs before we move on to the next thing here?
Oh man, I saw the final NoFX show and
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
you
pretty
were all
monumental,
out to
yeah,
see it. No
yeah.
effects this year.
Subhumans, like Pennywise, and
Yeah. Good for you, man.
some good shit.
Back
Yeah.
to playing Dave Mira's BMX on
Yeah.
PS1. Yep.
PC.
Dave Mira,
Yeah.
Yep.
Sick.
Game ruled.
he's cool.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the next agenda item here. We're gonna look back for the next, short segment of what happened this last year, what went well, what didn't, what did we learn, what happened first. Like a little bit of that. But before we dive into that, just our thank yous. I mean, there's so many people to thank for this, and I said it to you guys. You as the crew, number one, and not just this crew that's been here, but Hannah was awesome all year, being really supportive, and my sister Annie came and killed it. I really think
Yeah,
we
where's
found.
Andy at?
I don't know. She texted me she couldn't make it. I don't think I gave her a very fair heads up.
Typical big brother.
Yeah, I know, slacker. But beyond that, people who tuned in, Blake and Scott, some of our musical friends specifically, because you just have been incredibly supportive in communication with us and lifting us up and just telling us to go for it and how much you like it. So we appreciate you guys watching, so our fans, and then all of our guests who came through. I mean, too many people to name, but we had some incredible guests, so thank you to everybody who came and played our stage.
Dungeon the Baptist.
Oh my god, yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. And then beyond that, Mike and Larry for letting us use this space, and to the band who originally outfitted this space, you guys and Grasky and Keegan. Keegan's not here, but Keegan's been a great cam op for us. And then
Grasky's always here through the drum kit.
Yep, it's Permalone from Mike. Thank you, Mike. One day we will get a blue house kit to match, but until then, thank you, Mike. And then the family that are watching, and every time Larry comes through, it's like, this is
I'll
cool.
check the
Checking in
bands
on
out.
the
Yeah, it doesn't look anything like it looks in person on screen. So we appreciate that. That comes through as kind, and yeah. So those are my thank yous. I mean, so many people. Charlie for all of the advice while we're watching Bob's Burgers and hanging out with the cats at home, just feed me tidbits about audio stuff that I didn't know. I'm trying to log some of that away in the brain, but my expertise is not the same. So those are my thank yous. If you guys have any specific people you want to shout out, any friends who've watched, any of your friends who came and played, whatever.
God, I wish I just had a list in front of me of every band that played.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't do my homework, but I feel like it's mostly just to all the bands who are proactive and asked to come out and do a set. Felt nice to not throughout we didn't have to hound people to get lineups each month. People are pretty proactive in asking, so
And we
that feels
really
pretty
appreciate
good.
that,
People want to
yeah.
be a part of it,
Yeah, for those of you who have reached out and we haven't been able to make it to a show, specifically, I know Paragraphs have been diligent about being in touch and
Yeah.
sharing shows, Magic Flavor Station, Orchid Club. I know a lot of you folks are just interested in doing it, and you've been super respectful and engaged in sharing the shows. We will get out to you. It's a small team. We want to meet you. We want to see you play your set. We want to talk about what we can do and how we can collaborate. But yeah, the level of interest that people are asking, that feels like an honor in itself.
Yeah,
That's very exciting. Anybody else have thank yous or acknowledgments? All
Met
right.
a lot of really cool local musicians within the past year, so
Oh, yeah.
it's nice to step out of the comfort zone.
Yeah, learn
try
about new
to-
people. Yeah, I didn't know.
That's
I
what
didn't
it's
know
all
Pyrrhic
about.
when you introduced me to
Yeah,
Jens, and we
Pyrrhic
went out to that
Victories.
show. We're working on sharing theirs right now, and they've really got me in my shoegaze, slacker rock, dreamy, noisy stuff, and I've just been listening to Chapter House on the car stereo on the way in.
It's just
and
been really
Death Heaven and all these,
cool.
just inspiring me to listen to some of those faves,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they've got such great sound. So yeah, it was fun working with them.
It's nice seeing the varied technologies that people are using.
Yeah.
Like,
Seeing how
I'm
other people
always scoping out pedal boards, seeing what kind of guitars people have. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm a guitar guy. I'm
Yeah.
a guitar guy.
Totally.
A guitar
You
guy.
gotta nerd out.
A guitar guy.
Gotta nerd out on gear,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, then for this one, we'll start with you, Mike. Roses and Thorns, highlights, lowlights, a moment that went well that you were proud of, or a larger thing that, hit me with your
Yeah, I
strongs
don't know
and
if it was a
roots.
moment. I think it's just like a chance to like work with people who play music that I don't. Because before this started, I was really just like mixing my own stuff, right? So now it's like, okay, now I have to think outside of me personally, what do I want to do? And Billy, because
Yeah,
I
you
take my
play a lot
bandmates
together.
into consideration too when I mix stuff, but no, I think it's just like the variety of genres and different types of musicians that I got to work with and really challenge me there. So maybe not like a specific moment.
But a broader.
Yeah. Or
absolutely.
just kind of hearing the mixes get a little bit better throughout the year.
Yeah, that
There's
was fun.
some I look back on and I'm like, I'm sorry, that there's way too much high end on that mix, and I don't know what I was thinking. So, I guess one thing is keeping your monitoring consistent. I'm someone who likes to sometimes I'll like sit on the couch and put in headphones and do some work on it, and it's like once you switch it up a whole bunch and you're making decisions back and forth, it's just like keep it consistent.
Yeah,
Then just make sure it works on everything else you have too.
totally.
So, that low light. I mean, they took it well, but it was pretty funny too. It had to be the Red Love.
Yeah, that
thing,
one- that
right?
one's my thorn. Yep,
Just have
absolutely.
like some.
Oh yeah, Red Lovely was awesome.
They were
Yeah, it was
fantastic.
such a great
Really
set,
good.
but no one saw it live.
Because we left so we have the little pre-show waiting lobby thing that we play at the beginning, so anybody who plugs in or hits the link early knows they're in the right place, and it's old videos and a compilation of stuff, and we forgot to mute that layer, and so they're playing their show, and nobody's the camera's going to the feed, and
Yep,
and
yeah.
we totally
People
missed
are
that
watching.
one. And people were watching it, so that one hurt. So we feel bad about that one, and I think we fixed it, the next day, and had the right stream up, and I mean those videos turned out pretty great. I like their sound, but
Oh yeah. Some of the songs are stuck in my head.
but yeah. So we apologize
all the
for
time.
those mistakes like that. That one, there was another one I caught recently. So this one's an apology to Lucas Wheaton. I had your name spelled correctly in our description, but in the last video for any given set we do on-screen graphics, and I apologize, I spelled your name with a C instead of the correct K. So when I go back and I see something that I posted, and I just those are the ones that stick in your side. Those are definitely the thorns, the little mistakes.
We're doing apologies right now.
It doesn't necessarily have to be an
necessarily.
apology.
We're
You gotta
talking about-
apologize to Modern Wildlife for the kick drum.
Oh yeah, the damn kick drum. Yeah, that one hurt too. If you watch the edits, I mean, it doesn't come through.
Yeah.
We cut around it, and they were really gracious about it. So we appreciate your hard work and your agreeability on
And the
that.
drifting kick drum.
On that.
They're a really
Yeah.
good band too.
Slowly.
Yeah, they really rocked.
They
I
were
saw they were
awesome.
on
They were
somebody.
so awesome.
A lot of different people are doing the end of year lists, and I saw Mergers and Acquisitions was on one of the top song end of year lists, and that is absolutely well deserved. What a fucking jam! Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
So we apologize for our mistakes, and we appreciate how well everybody's taken them. But those are the thorns that stick with us, obviously. The ones that those three, I think, the little things. Aside that, the roses for me have been just how cool everybody's been to work with, and the growth. Hearing Mike's mixes evolve. So I think the thing, I was saying this the other day, I think the thing that we do well and we've done well in our history of live stuff and on location stuff is the capture. The capture we're pretty solid at, video and audio.
Yep.
But then this year, I've seen so much growth in my ability to color correct and color match and make it look like a polished thing. And as you said, you heard evolution in your mixes, and like, obviously I don't know nearly as much about that as some of the other people in this room, but I hear it too, and it's just heartwarming to see that growth personally, and then with my teammates. So that's the rose for me. You only gave me a thorn. Do you have a rose?
Oh, I've got so many roses. Man.
Give me one or two.
Just like a general rose.
Sure.
Just
Whatever you want.
wonderful, vast team that we have going on.
Oh my
right
God,
now.
yeah,
We've got a
absolutely.
gallery of personalities
Yeah.
and
You always keep it light, and I appreciate that
trying
because
to keep it light,
in the
upbeat.
in the shoot day, I am so like, and you're just like making jokes with the guests and trying to get people to be
walk
silly
around
and
with
stuff.
a big S
Yeah,
mascot,
and it's great.
Just be like, "Hey, I'm the Suede Studio
Yeah,
S."
yeah. Are we ripping off Radio K? Is that what's happening?
Oh, no, I didn't even think of that.
Good old fuzzy S.
Just I don't know. People have been very, very cool and receptive.
Yeah, absolutely.
They seem to believe in what we're doing, which is always a good feeling. Just to enter the broadcasting scene, kind of
Yeah.
guns blazing, which is kind of what I thought we accomplished pretty well.
Yeah.
I thought that I don't know. It's nice to see like the range of projects that people have going on locally, which are akin to this medium. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are a lot of people.
Yeah, there's
doing
a
cool
lot.
things. I mean,
There's a lot of
Shout out,
different
Ear
ideas
Coffee
floating.
and-
Yeah.
and Drifter Music Group,
Yep.
and is it them who do the Ryder Homestead concerts? Those are cool.
You were showing me some.
Yeah,
last
I'm
week.
trying to watch a bunch of them. Try and keep up. Take inspiration from all those other people doing it locally.
Yeah.
So thank you for your hard work, because we're able to learn and take notes on what you do well. Like, we love seeing that, and that it's not just us and the musicians that we're working with who are like invested in doing that kind of thing. It's cool to see a lot of people.
Totally.
I had one more. I mean, it's not really a thorn. It's just, I thought it was just kind of stupid of me at the time. I just, when we had Devin here, Dungeon the Baptist, right? And we get set up, and, people notice, like, a lot of bands will monitor on headphones, which Devin had in, because we had the, live scratching and everything, but then I never, like, thought about the energy of the room for, like, a hip-hop performance, and so there's no instrumental bands, right? So
Right.
it's just, like, from the decks into the interface, and then they're monitoring through headphones. And Devin did so well, just like rapping in a silent room with headphones on. Like,
Absolutely
if I could do
killed
that
it.
again, Devin, I would just put a speaker in the room, even if there's a little bit of bleed in the mic, just to give you some energy to
So
go
we can
with.
all feel it with you. Yeah.
But the videos turned out really well, and he killed
pulled
it.
that off.
Like,
Yeah,
right
you
when we
pulled that off
started
really
the
well.
live show, I was just like, what am I doing? Why didn't I put like a just a monitor out there so we could get some energy like in the room too? So I just thought that was funny. Like, Devin rapped to a silent room very well.
And
very
just
well.
killed it. I mean,
Yeah.
thankfully he had the headphones on. But yeah.
And DJ
yeah.
Buster Baxter.
And those two
back
killed
to
it.
back.
I still went
yeah,
back and watched some of those, and I'm like, oh damn,
That
we
was
really
really
improved in a
cool.
lot of these regards.
Yeah.
But like that one holds up. That one was the first one where
Yeah.
I was really like, ooh yeah, this is something.
I feel like it was a little bit more lo-fi even just like 11 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah, absolutely, yeah. Before the carpet.
Yeah, before the carpet.
Had no rugs.
Pre-
And
carpet,
the several GoPros that we have. fired
Yeah,
up. You
yeah.
got two, right?
Well, we got 3 with yours,
Okay.
and 4 with Keegan's.
Oh shit.
And then if we borrow Elliot's Insta360, we got one of those 360 cams too. So yeah, we got some cool shit.
Another rose for me would be Sam accommodating me for the several camera setups I've had.
Well, that's exactly what I want. So this is
Thank
a
you for the harness or like the weird. It's like a
little steering wheel.
steering wheel.
There's a name for it that I always forget, and it's such a fun name to say.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zig rig or something like that.
Zigrig.
I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm just still trying to decide between like which ones I
Favorite-
like the best.
favorite
I think
tool.
it's probably right now it's the tripod.
Tripod's pretty great, yeah. But it doesn't work for everything, you know?
Yeah.
Some of the acts that come through, you want to mirror that with the handheld
Yeah.
energy. and the way you've evolved with each different tool has been awesome.
And
So
that's why it's been cool to see like you and Alex like work with like I don't know the rig.
yeah, the handheld,
Yeah.
the shoulder mount, yeah.
Just to see you guys in your natural elements, your origins at
See how
play.
it's done.
Your freestyle days. Well, before we move on from Roses and Thorns, do you have any, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take a second, kind of tie my thanks into the roses, and just say, well, I would say that the biggest rose is kind of a big bouquet that goes to you two, and I mean you through as well. Experiments like this, I mean, how many of these have we started?
Well, we
Not
did
quite
20.
like this, but we've done so many projects.
Oh, yeah,
You
absolutely.
and other people have done a
Yep.
million projects. So many of ideas like this can come to the board and never get finished and never go anywhere, or they can get started and die on the vine or fail spectacularly. And we've not done that. You've not done that. It's actually turning into something that's,
To Sam and Mike.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know what came
Yeah.
on there. There we go. Anyway, so I just wanted to say thanks, and that's my
Thank
roses.
you,
That
yeah,
this is
absolutely.
working out, guys.
Yeah, I know,
We
it's
did a whole
exciting.
year.
We did
of
a year.
production.
One
That's
season
pretty-
down.
that's-
Wait, we've only done how many? 20?
20. Wait, 22. No, it
I
was
thought it was
the
22.
Yeah, the idea was to do 2 episodes a month, and we had 2 months where we did 1 episode. So
Yeah.
yeah, we're at 22. Right.
That's
you are.
more than most seasons of
Hey,
TV.
for
should be
30-minute, half-hour programs on average, that is a full season of, yeah, absolutely. You don't see productions like that come out of, totally DIY stuff. So I think that's something we can all be proud of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, me maybe more than anybody here, it has always been a dream to make television. I am so media obsessed. I mean, how much film and TV have we watched together? Mike and I, living together, had our favorite game, Good Ad, Bad Ad, dissecting all of the advertising in
Just
between.
gets worse.
Yeah, it just gets worse in between all the sports programs or the comedy programs or whatever we watch. So yeah, making TV has always been a dream. So that's rose number 1 is we're DIY TV. Hell yeah. Yeah. What do you got?
I'll just add, folks, it's for free.
At the moment, yeah, there's nothing. So we're going to segue into that once we're looking forward. We are seeking sponsorships. We are seeking collaborations. We are trying to find funding. And obviously we're, working with full plates here. And Billy's been gracious to help us. We're going to do some grant writing. And Billy's been on the ball, getting started on some of that. And we have other ideas, so we'll be sharing some of that here toward the end of this episode. But before we chit-chat forever, let's move on to the next things. And we'll just kind of combine these two to wrap up our looking back section here with, do you have anything you learned that stands out? Or do you have any firsts that we did that you want to highlight? And I'll start this one off because I was very nervous about our first on-location show with Nick Balla back in early December here. And there were a few hiccups getting the right internet going, but yeah, I think we succeeded there. We had our first on-location show, and that's something we want to continue into the new year. I mean, I want to host most of the shows. This Live at Suede Studio was the name of the program, but if you have a big instrument that you can't make it in here with, we are up a flight of stairs. It's not an ADA accessible building. If you need us to come to you to make a show work, if you need to play your amp that's 10 feet tall, the size of a refrigerator or whatever, let's come to you.
We'll help you haul it upstairs.
or we'll bring our show on the road. We're gonna try that for the next Minneapolis Choir Co-op show. That'll be an interesting adventure. We're gonna try live streaming that. So that was the big exciting first on my end. And what did I learn? I don't know. That one's hard to wrap up, but I think the strongest growth for me was in lighting and color correcting. I think we're making this space look better every time we do it. So for all of our upcoming guests, you're in luck. It's going to be better for you than it was for the last guy. And I want to keep honing that skill. So, Mike, you got any, what did we learn or firsts to discuss?
First time miking up What's the biggest number of people that you've mic'd up in this room? Like 8, 9?
Well, I mean, technically we had the choir.
We had the choir, which was 16.
But that was also just
A single
one
mic.
one stereo mic in the room. We're not individually micing the choir.
So from like an instrumental sense then.
I just learned a lot about cymbal bleed
Yeah, yeah.
in the small
Cymbal
room.
bleed.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
It's tough. Yep. And when you're trying to, we have our live broadcast, but I do a mix afterwards too. That's a little bit more involved, and it sounds fine on the broadcast, and you're like, oh, you know what? Like, I want to pump these vocals, put a little bit of compression on them, and then you're like, well, just like it brings up the noise floor when you add compression, brings up your bleed floor too. So, yeah, it's just kind of been getting creative with, working around, learning the room and how things sound in there, and then, maybe a little bit of coaching with drummers. It's just like, makes my job a little easier if you don't try to destroy the cymbals. Some parts of the song, that's called for and required that. So
Right, yeah.
I never want people to hold back their artistic vision. That's the top priority.
Absolutely.
But when you can take it a little bit easy on the drums, makes my life a whole lot easier.
That's a great lesson.
And
I think we can really
just
employ
a
that.
lot of, I never did like live venue sound, and so doing that in here is different than doing it in a venue, right? But just a newfound respect for all those folks that have run sound for us throughout the years, and all the challenges and the short timeline you gotta make
Shout
decisions
out
and
Ian
fixes.
from Time Room. Great
Yeah.
sound person.
Hell
Yeah, did us at Mortimer's
Mords and I'm pretty sure Turf Club.
and Turf Club. Yep. Both those sounded great. So, thank you, Ian.
Wherever you are.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Ian. Billy, lessons learned or firsts?
I don't know. I feel like
Well, the cam op.
the camera
has just grown
the
so
camera
much.
operation is probably
Yeah.
the biggest
I mean,
skill
the
I've
evolution is
learned.
incredible. You're killing it.
Putting it on my resume.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's just been really cool to see like all the different ways that people can play their instruments, or
Yeah.
just guitarist to guitarist to guitarist to pianist to whatever. But it's cool to see things like constantly moving genre-wise.
Yeah.
When we include them, like when we include, if we like, what were some of the sequential like projects that we booked? Like we went from like a hip hop project with Dungeon to like
Superheater was, I think, after that.
Mary
one.
Kucherfellow.
Oh yeah, just
or
oh my god. Mary.
country rock. She
Mary
shreds.
is the coolest.
She shreds.
I mean, that whole band is fantastic.
Yeah.
What an absolute honor to work with those four musicians. Greg and Dan and Eric and Mary. Hell yeah. Thank you. You guys were so much fun to work with.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It was also cool watching like figure out different ways to like, bring the room to life.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many microphones you put into Nick's piano at the church, but
That was 4.
Those four.
4 nice.
2 contacts and 2
Yeah, see,
condensers.
stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yeah. That was a fun one.
Yep.
Yep.
That one turned out really good.
Yeah, I really liked how. And to tease, we did a couple of bonus tracks with Nick. So tomorrow or the next day, we have a holiday appropriate video to share with you. I think we'll share that from Nick's page, and then we'll just kind of reshare and boost that a little bit. So squeeze that one in a timely fashion before we dive back into the rest of the Pyrrhic Victories videos. So then I guess we'll wrap up this looking back section with you, Alex. Do we have any lessons learned or firsts from you?
Well, I would say every day's a lesson learned. I'm kind of playing that big grand thing, but no one else is, so I'm gonna do it.
Well, you're getting in the habit of something right now.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Exactly.
First time
Learning on the go.
Directing a show, as I'm sure people watching might notice. But yeah, it's an experience like this is pretty unique, and so it's like it's tough to come in and be like, oh, I know this all before. This is all of it first.
Yeah, yeah.
This is all a learning experience
For
because
all of
it's kind of for real this time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so that's been exceptional. And it's been really a lot of fun to improve my instincts around live music and camera operating, adding directing to the resume, and watching you all grow and learn to do it too and improve on different avenues as well.
Yeah, so that's why we've got him behind the edit station today is, well, these two are going to play a show for us at some point or another, and we're going to need another director on the staff, so just getting Alex used to that switcher today, and then he'll be ready to go for rotating in and out. Mike is usually our live director because that station he can do both audio and video stuff at the same time, and I don't trust myself with the audio stuff so much. But I'll do some of the directing as long as we have him on a camera station close enough to solve any audio disasters in a live manner. But yeah, we want to have enough team where everybody can do all these different roles. So we appreciate you learning that, and we're going to get you in the habit of it this year. And we'll use that as a segue to start looking forward to season 2. So what's new in season 2? We want to do a couple more on-location shows. We do have another choir we're in conversation with for a February set, and I think the big lesson we learned from the Minneapolis Co-op choir in here, as fun as it was to drag those risers in and squeeze everybody in, I got to arrange them in the frame just like I wanted.
Yep.
Like, I thought that, all that was great, but this isn't the kind of room a choir sings in usually. We decided that I think it would be better to take the choir to a room that sounds appropriate. So we're going to do an on-location stream in February, and then I want to mix in a few more of those. So if you've got a bright idea for that, or maybe say you're the White Squirrel people or the Mortimer's people and you want to do a live stream, you can do that kind of thing. Reach out to us. We'd love to stream on location. So that's one of them. We've brought in a couple of different fun camera pieces of equipment throughout the year. We've got a gimbal now. We've got this small jib, this little 8-foot jib that kind of dominates the space in here when we break it out. But it's such a cool effect, and I didn't get to operate it the one show we used it this year, so I'd like to do that in the next year. Or do, just to refresh graphics, so the lower third titles we've been using this year, I'll find another image and we'll, just try and make it look different. My thank you title card and my, credit title cards, try and make those look unique for season 2. You guys got any other new in season 2 kind of things? You want to try, or you want to?
I want to book more non rock and roll.
Yeah,
acts.
we want to get some experimental.
Not
stuff
saying
in
that
there.
it won't happen, because
No.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
Because it's not like Minneapolis is has a rock and roll deficit. But
No.
it would be cool to see more hip hop.
Yes, we need another hip hop
some
artist. in here.
jazz.
Absolutely.
Like Nick, on piano. the
We've
other
got
day,
Astronomy Town. They're a really
okay.
cool jazzy quartet that we're gonna get to work
I
with.
didn't have the chance to see the Ology set.
Oh,
There was a
yeah.
lot of slide guitar, which was cool.
Satchel, we want every single one of your projects to come
Satchel.
through. Satchel, we love you, and we want to record all your things.
Is this one even on?
No, they're all on, but that's
on.
not your camera.
I kind of like just changing that.
You got anything else new we're doing in season 2?
Just new audio plugins to play around with,
Oh, we did get that old school overhead projector.
Oh, yeah,
That we
yeah.
want to do some live projection with, and I did order that Gnarl glitch effects processor, so we could.
I don't
route
think
one of
our band is going to
cameras through.
perform until that comes.
Okay,
That
fair.
We used a fair amount for our performance.
So we have some of these experimental pieces that we would love to plug in here, and I think that we're looking for the right acts to use those things with. So, yeah, I think those are all good, exciting things. Looking forward into season 2. Let's move on to the next item here. Looking forward. Oh, season 2 tease. Tease me a band. Who do you got? We already have half of season 2 booked. We're booked like
Got
both January. We got one February open slot.
Yep.
January, February. We have both March booked. I think we have one April, or maybe
Okay.
April's open, and then we have both
April
May
might
booked.
be open. Yeah.
Oh man.
So, I mean, we've got, 5 months of bookings ahead of us pretty much all set, and I know some of those are exciting. I mentioned Astronomy Town. Very much looking forward to having Michael back in here and meeting Cassandra and the rest of that crew, because that EP, I noticed they got on Jazz 88's top 5 releases of the week or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And well deserved. I mean, that EP is just fantastic. So looking forward to that one. That's my tease. I know you were working with somebody, and I don't know if we've reached back out to them to confirm, but you were very excited.
Well, I don't know who you're referring to.
You had said Crush Scene reached out.
Yep. Them and Mary Jam.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
excited.
Sam
to get
and I
those
went to
3
see
in.
them
Yep.
a few months ago, and
Yep.
that was an excellent show. And album release this past year has been excellent. So yeah, I'm really excited to get the Mary Jam
Yeah.
energy in
Yeah.
here. Yep.
March is going to be fun. It's Mary Jam and Ghosting Merit, so look out for that one. Looking forward to March. Anybody that we have booked? I know you were texting me about somebody you want to try and book.
I've got some things brewing.
You got some things brewing? Anybody you want to tease?
Nothing-
I was gonna say
Nothing
Mary
to-
Jam.
Mary Jam,
so
yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Yeah. Anybody else you want to tease? That even if they're not confirmed.
To be fair, Billy introduced me to their music, so
yeah.
so we got to give him credit.
That is
Yep.
true.
Nobody
Yeah.
comes to mind.
No one that I would want to insinuate.
Because we don't
Until
have
it's a
much.
done deal.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
Just people I've been hounding.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've got a few duos in mind.
Cool.
Definitely a different vibe than what we've done recently. There's maybe
Good.
one band I would say that kind of sounds a little bit like what I want to do with that one, but I don't know.
Sick.
All comes down to Mike's engineering and
Yeah,
What he
and
thinks.
availability and scheduling at a certain point too. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
getting people on books. But yeah, like you've said, it's been pretty easy. People are interested. So we've got some good ones coming up. Stay tuned for those. Let's talk a little bit about things that are not realities yet, but we would like to do. We have talked extensively about some short, medium, and long-term goals. For me, the number one long-term goal, I don't see it happening this year, but I don't see it as out of the question in terms of doability for the next couple of seasons, is build that kitchen into the control room. That would be my most exciting dream, medium to long-term goal.
has that ever even been shown on camera here?
I've
The
taken some
wall
photos
that-
back
okay.
there. Yeah, I've taken some
Yeah, no
photos
one's
back
really,
there. We try to hide the kitchen.
Maybe it
It's our
should be a
messy
mystery.
yeah, it's our messy
We should do
area.
a cribs
Mystery.
episode.
Yeah. Once after a cleanup or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not gross. It's
No,
just,
it's just
there's
cluttered.
shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Not literally. Just
And it's a kitchen. It's a kitchen and not a control room.
Clutter.
So yeah.
There's clutter. There's cables. There's
You got any other short, medium, long-term goals? I know we've talked about a lot of different things.
yeah. No, I think just that and just getting setting up some more permanent cable routing options. It's about time.
The snake.
For that.
Yeah.
It's about time to
That's a
have some
short-term goal.
some
We can
extra
do that.
Gotta get some
infrastructure
tubes.
rather than running 16 XLR cables under some rugs.
Yep. It's not quite right. But what about you? Any short, medium, long-term goals that we've talked about? I mean, you and I have been looking at the grant stuff.
Yeah, just potential grant opportunities. Exploring, the different options and resources that we could yield with that.
Yeah.
But I guess working on that kitchen maybe would be a cool idea if
Yep.
it's a possibility. But like Mike said, maybe just tidying up the cable routing. I don't know, maybe we can use this fireplace this winter.
Yeah, I
Use it
think
for more than
I think
one
you're right.
show.
Yep,
Yeah.
we did use
It's gonna be colder.
Use it for
this-
chapters.
Yeah, which was cool. I liked that as a
Yeah,
put a
that's
mic on
another
it.
one.
It was vibey. It was good.
That was another good memory from the year.
Hell yeah, chapter. Thank you for coming
Yep.
through. That was Annie's connection, and he came through back in spring on the solo leg of his tour. And there are a couple other Chicago connections out there that we'd be open to talking with. The mission of our project really is local and at the independent scale. But there are local independent acts that are regional.
Yeah.
Zach's up in Duluth, and Zach, you got to come through. We want you here. And so I don't think it's just Twin Cities acts that we have to restrain ourselves to.
Yeah.
So to have a select couple of people come through from Madison or Milwaukee
Yeah,
or Chicago,
Baby
or
Tyler.
whatever. Yeah.
Shout out to Undercurrent for introducing me to
Baby
Baby Tyler. I
Tyler.
think they're from Wisconsin. I don't know. I just saw an
I don't think
Undercurrent
you
clip
showed
and I
me
was
that.
like, this rules. Go check them out.
Shout out to Undercurrent just
Yep.
for being the name in the game and the coolest people around. Doing the same thing out at shows, always video.
At, like,
always
every
sharing.
show,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
insane.
they're awesome, and it's always different, cool.
The
person
amount
from
of
Undercurrent.
documentation.
Yeah,
Yep.
So, hell yeah. There was one other kind of medium-term goal, long-term goal that we had kicked around a little bit. I think there's potential in funding out of something like this is to throw a party, whether that's music up here and people coming through and doing it on a live stream, or if it's finding the right summer weekend out there and getting some food trucks in and selling some merch and setting up a show in the lot. I don't know. That's still a pretty unfinished idea. Certainly not something we've explored as much,
Yeah.
but I think there could be a
Or
real
just book it at a
funding.
Minneapolis
yeah,
venue.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Mortimer,
Make it either.
Yeah.
We're coming for you.
Say, come to Fridley with some. Check out these food trucks in the studio.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but like that's why it's certainly an unpolished idea.
I
But
know.
there's a way
I'm just razzing.
to fund, right? When you're throwing a show,
Yeah.
we could walk out of there, paying acts and paying ourselves a little bit. For me, it's been more than 40 hours a week, and I know you guys are investing a ton of time and energy in
We
it
do
too.
it at Eagles. and
We
just
would like
book
to
out
see
all
some-
3 rooms and do Suede.
That sounds awesome.
All three of that sounds
3 stages. Oh, that'd be sick.
all live stream.
We'd have to buy some new gear. So anyway, we could talk about that, and if there are people out there who have experience doing that kind of thing, that we could consult with you. Yeah, let's talk. Okay, so yeah, those some good goals, I think. Alex, you got anything to add there? Any goals or dreams?
I do have one. It's kind of more on the back end of things, but I think we're talking about firsts to last year. I think a nice first for the next year would be trying to get in some After Effects design for our logos.
Oh yeah. that'd be
Yeah,
great.
So Suede Studio's got that pretty cool whoosh whoosh
3D
design on it.
oh,
Let's
yeah.
get that thing moving.
Oh yeah, it's animation. Yep.
Keegan Anderson, you were talking about doing some graphics work. Let's talk about that. That's a good idea. I like it. Yeah, so those are our goals looking forward. That kind of wraps up that section. We just want to do some calls to action, I think, before we sign off here. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. One thing we're going to be doing this year a little bit differently is we're going to forgo the Instagram single camera feed. That was always just kind of an annoying thing to set up on the day of the show. And part of what we pride ourselves in doing is making a pretty polished looking live stream. And you just don't get that if you're tuning in on Instagram. The idea there was we want to bring it to you. It's hard to get people to move off the platform, but come to us. Hit that YouTube link, subscribe on YouTube. That's where the good shit is. We're going to continue to use Instagram that's where the local scene is. We're going to continue to network there. We're going to continue to share cool photos from each set. We're going to continue to post the reels, but we're just not going to go live on Instagram anymore. So, if you want to check us out, hit the link to YouTube, subscribe, turn on the post notifications.
Yep.
That way you can get notified, and you always, I'm posting. I'm trying to do it, 2 to 3 days, every 2 to 3 days. Getting tons of videos up. I mean, we talked about this a little bit in that we did 22 half-hour episodes, but that equated to over 100 songs. So we have over 100 reels just from this last year, and then there are 100 posts, promoting shows and all that too. So we're going to continue to be very active on Instagram. It's a great place to connect with us, but that's the top of our funnel. We want you over on YouTube. YouTube is the place to be, to watch and listen to the better. And that's the other thing. Instagram just compresses and fucks up
just
your audio.
the quality's not as good there. Yep.
So come to YouTube. Watch us on YouTube. That's really where we think that primary product is. Check out those videos. Those are the ones you want to watch. If you're just tuning in late, if you didn't watch a lot of this season, it's not quite complete because I don't have any of the Nick or Molly ones up yet, but we've got the season 1 playlist where we're just taking, our collective favorite. It, might not be your favorite song, but, the ones that we felt as a group were the strongest from each set, so that you can kind of get a highlight of season 1. So hit that playlist if you just kind of want to see an overview, but obviously we've got everything up there. Go invest some hours, watch some good music. Lots of great bands came out. So yeah, follow, engage, reach out on the socials. That helps us. That's the biggest you can do for us right now is watch the videos, engage with the videos, engage with us.
Leave some comments.
Yeah, leave some comments.
Not for us, for the bands.
Hell yeah.
Do it for the bands.
I know that...
No shit posting.
I know that some of the bands will go back and check, and when I get the notification, if it's a particularly nice comment, I try and share that with the people too.
Make it less like Sam's Instagram feed. To me specifically. To me specifically.
You need to say that to 2 cams.
And then... If we don't know you, but you're interested in the project as a crew member, maybe you're a photographer or videographer that wants to build some experience. I mean, that was one of the reasons we started. It was hard to get these kind of opportunities elsewhere. We want to give those opportunities to the people who are trying to build experience behind a camera, behind the switcher. Or playing on the stage too. If we don't know you and you're a musician, like I said, I called out a couple of those people that have been really diligent about, trying to be in touch to get us to come out to a show. What do you got, Alex?
Mike's camera just died.
Oh, that's okay. We're wrapping up here. Yeah, be diligent. Follow up with us. Reach out. Instagram's great. Email is great. There's a forum on our website. We check that one significantly less often, but we try and keep on top of it.
I mean, it just goes to my personal inbox.
Oh, it goes to your personal inbox.
Yep,
Gotcha. So he's seeing them.
Yeah.
So yeah, reach out. Don't be a stranger. And then outside of the Suede Studio project, we want to be doing this kind of work. You got a show you're playing at Hook and Ladder or whatever. A lot of these venues aren't against having a camera crew come out, We can come and document a show. We're available for hire for that kind of thing. This is our way of giving. The studio stream is our way of giving and being part of that community and building our skill set up. But if I may, we're getting pretty damn good at it. Hire us. We'll come out. Or maybe you want to record something in here. Maybe you got a demo you're trying to get out. Or maybe you just need photos. I'm a good photographer as well. I like doing the still photo thing as well. The multicam is just a more comprehensive coverage. But yeah, we're available for hire for a lot of those creative things. Reach out. Same thing. Instagram or email. Great places to reach us. And that's about all I got. Anybody else have anything to add?
No lingering thoughts.
No lingering thoughts. Oh, we do have a couple of things.
Show off the shirts.
Yeah, we gotta show off the shirts. We gotta show off our poster. I'm trying to get these up. We're trying to do a little local marketing. So if you're out shopping at Jaime's or Cheapo or whatever and you see our poster, use the QR, check out our YouTube.
It works.
It works. It does. I quadruple checked before I ordered these. And then we got our sweet crew shirts. So crew members, if I haven't been in touch with you. We've got a shirt for you as a thank you for coming out and doing all that you do. We got a couple of these folks here. Going to take these home
I
today.
think I left mine here.
Yep.
Flavor World, hell yeah, Flavor World, thank you. You guys did a great
Amazing
job
work,
with
yep.
these. Drew, it was nice to chat with you and get to know you a little bit, and I'll try and make it out to a Flavor Jam and you know, continue connecting with you guys, and you guys should come through and check out a show. So yeah, those are our crew gifts. Once I finish editing the season 1 stuff, I'm also going to make some Blu-rays. So let me give those out as gifts to some of our crew. But yeah, that's about all I got. Thank you all for watching.
Thanks, everyone.
Adios.
One, two, three, four, wow! By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. There won't be no calling back, there'll be no hanging on. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. When you called from a payphone, and I knew just where you were. Somewhere down Austin Wilford, guitar playing girl. Told you lies and I just smiled. I said I missed you so, but I won't be waiting up when you get home. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be gone. There won't be no crawling back, there'll be no hanging on. By the time you get to Dallas, I'll be, come on, Dan! No! Give me one more! Yeah! Well, there's been too many nights of crying, waiting by the door. Seems like every time you know, they all the time before. Well, there's no need to make believe you never treat me right. So I pack it up, leave it here. All right, by the time you can get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. Hanging on. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get Dallas, I'll be gone. By the time you get You know, I love all the games that you play. You know, I want to call you mine, 'cause I believe in love.
Thank you very much.
Are we wearing the same clothes? Are we wearing the same skin? And I am uncertain about whose body we're in, 'cause he doesn't feel like mine, and he doesn't feel like yours. We are one thing, a flower in a storm. You said you were an artist, and your home is the open road. I said I'm a musician, and the road is all I know. Let's start a band and get on the radio. I'll break my hand in the music video. Oh, oh. Can you feel the sunshine while you're painting all that rain? Can you hear me singing? Do our voices sound the same? 'Cause the years have been unkind. The light hurts my tired eyes. Lay in the road with me, we'll see who's the first to die. You said you were an artist, but it all looks the same to you. I said I'm a musician, but my voice feels out of tune. Let's start a band and do what we said we'd do. I'll break my hand if it's all